Hi, everyone. I'm not going to scream because the baby's sleeping right there. And I don't want to wake him. I cannot believe I have two kids. One that. I can't believe I have two kids. Thank God. But I also can't believe they're both napping at the same time. I was not expecting that. Hi. Okay, people are popping on. I didn't want to give anyone an exact time I would pop on because I'm always amazed if I could. But I mean, my kids are exactly 3 years about apart, and I think it's a perfect split because my daughter's old enough to help a little bit, but she's young enough that she still naps, and I have them napping at the same time right now, and it's a miracle. So it's very, very exciting. Hi, everyone. That beep was also the oven preheating. So dinner's also being made. So we're being very productive here. Hi, everyone. Okay, so I'm going to get started and hang out with you guys until one of my kids wakes up. And who knows how long that'll be. So hi everyone. So I want to address a couple of things. I want to talk about drinks because I think a lot of people have been asking about different drinks and juices. And I want to talk about emotional eating a little bit. Melissa Bedford, I really appreciate you saying that. If you just popped on, I'm saying it's a miracle. Both my kids are napping at the exact same time, which my husband and I looked at each other. We're like, oh my God. We're able to still speak a little bit. So that's a really nice thing. So, okay, so I'm going to get started until it all is too good to be true and someone starts waking up. Okay, so I want to talk about drinks. A lot of you are asking, where do drinks fall in? What is this juice pressery? If you guys watched the silly video, the carbohydrate video, where I go into what's silly, I talk about juices. Juices are silly. If you ever went to a breakfast buffet where they're freshly squeezing juices, or you go to some sort of cafe or restaurant where they're freshly squeezing orange juice, you'll see it takes about 3 oranges to fill a glass of orange juice, meaning that you're getting the sugar and calories from about 3 oranges to make a big juice. But you're getting the vitamins and minerals and the colors, which is great, but you're not getting any of that pulp. The pulp is the fiber. The fiber is what helps you. We are meant to take in a whole fruit. Our bodies were designed to eat a whole orange, which is packed with water and packed with fiber. Every little cell of an orange, when you open it up and it's little bursts of juice, it's surrounded by fiber. Each little juice pulp thing is surrounded by pulp, which is fibers. And fibers are complex carbohydrates that let us slow down the release and influx of sugar into our system, which gives us nice, steady energy. And it keeps our blood sugar steady. And it keeps then our insulin response, because every time we put blood sugar in our system, our pancreas beta cells have to release this thing called insulin to help bring down the blood sugar. And insulin is actually a fat storing hormone. So we don't want big spikes of insulin ever. We want fiber always attached to our carbohydrates, always attached to our sugars to help us slow that influx of blood sugar in our system, so we have better energy, we have better mood, and we have better weight loss, and better blood sugar control. So I do not recommend juices. When it comes to kombucha, they still have a lot of added sugars. I personally, unless it's alcoholic, which is a whole nother story and a different kind of treat, which I'm excited to get involved in now that I'm not pregnant. If it's not alcoholic, I really try not to drink any sort of beverage that is more than 20 calories. Sometimes there are hydrate is 40 calories per scoop. Sometimes I'll have half a scoop if I do a hot yoga class or something, or maybe a whole scoop if I feel like I did a big workout or something like that. But I really try not to drink mindless calories from a bottled beverage or a juice that you're getting from a store, because you're not really getting full from it. Yes, it has water in it, but it doesn't have that fiber, that pulp that's actually keeping you full. And so I don't like those juices. And if you look at a naked juice, if you look at like a naked juice or Fresh Juicery or all these like, or Suja or all these juices on the market, first of all, they're super expensive. And on the side, it usually says this juice contains, and usually it'll say like two apples, 3 pineapples, like an orange and 2 cups of spinach. Think about if you actually ate those things. Think about if you actually had 2 oranges or had that apple or had that thing and you chewed it, then you would actually get full from it. I'm gonna get my baby. Hold on right here. Okay, is anyone still there? Here's my baby. By the way, I did this when I was working at UCLA. I was lecturing also when I still had a baby. Okay, he's good. Okay, he's under the table. We're good here. Okay, so you don't want to have juices because they're kind of just mindless calories. I really don't recommend them. If it really satisfies you, then go for it as a treat, but then you really have to think about whether or not it's worth it for you. Are you guys laughing that the baby's right here? If he's still good, I'm still good to talk to you because he's sleeping. Is this ridiculous? Okay, I'm not going to get to emotional eating today. I just want to finish talking about drinks, and then I'll probably just go because he's so cute, right? Okay. The other thing is I like drinks. I like sweet drinks and flavored drinks. At the end of a meal, sometimes I do feel like I want something sweet, and you probably feel that way also. So I do like something sweet at the end of the meal. Like for lunch just now, I posted on Instagram, I had a big salad with tomatoes. I had a chicken quarter and a chicken leg and a third a cup of quinoa. It's like a perfect plate it. I did more shawarma. I had more water. I had more shredded cabbage. So I posted that all on Instagram. So I did the more shawarma. I had a big plated meal. I'm full, but a part of me still wants something sweet. So I went for a Zevia. I really like these. They're all natural, 0-calorie sodas. It's basically sparkling water with, it's called Zevia. You can get it at Target, Whole Foods, or Amazon. I should get them on Amazon. I actually used to work for the company before I worked for Beachbody, but they're spark. So I've studied them and I really like their ingredients and everything. It's sparkling water with all natural flavors and a little bit of stevia, so it's a little sweet. So this is like a soda that kind of does it for me as like a sweet treat at the end of a meal or when I'm dinner and done. And then I also am a big fan of this brand called Stir. I don't work for the company. I don't have any coupon codes or anything. STUR. They have a lemonade flavor, which I really like. They also have strawberry watermelon flavor, which also like helps me have that sweetness. So I really try to get my water in water every day. I really try to get my water ounce goal in water or water. I know you guys laugh when I say water. I'm from New York. But then when it comes to like wanting something sweet and just wanting a sweet beverage, there are a lot of all natural, 0-calorie, under 20-calorie, unsweetened iced teas, squeeze of lemons in your water or strawberries in your water. I make myself a lot of like chai teas with a splash of almond milk and a little pinch of stevia. So just when it comes to beverages, just make sure you're tracking it and that's not the thing getting in the way of your weight loss, because if you are drinking juices like V8 or all these like calorie juices or kombuchas, you're probably not realizing that that's the thing getting in the way of your weight loss because it's just like a mindless sip. And I'm a big fan, like if you are going to be consuming something that does have sugar and does have calories, it's probably more satisfying to you to chew it. And I personally feel that way. Oh my God, I know. Can you guys even see him? So cute. I can't even handle how cute he is. Okay. What other thing do we want to talk about? He's sleeping. What other thing are we talking about? What other questions do you guys have? Okay, coconut water. Someone asked about coconut water. Coconut water is still has sugar in it. It's nice that it's kind of like nature's all natural like Gatorade, and that it is so packed with electrolytes. Lara Ross also taught me this amazing trick for Shakeology, that if you use literally like 2 ounces of coconut water in your Shakeology, it does make it a little creamier. and a little sweeter. So sometimes I like to do that. Like I'll get a can of coconut water and I'll use it like throughout a whole week, maybe in like the hot, sweaty summer, as like, a little bit every day, adding it to my Shakeology. And I just track it and see how it works for me. It's not like necessary. It's still extra. So it's kind of like a treat. And you just have to track it and see. Because if you're having a cup of coconut water every day, it's like, it is 70 calories. Doesn't have any fiber. It is higher in sugar. Sure, it has electrolytes, but I mean, it's an apple is about the same amount of calories. You're chewing it. You're eating it slowly. You're probably registering more. We have more fulfillment hormones get excreted when you're chewing, and the saliva and all of that. Like it actually gives you a greater sense of fullness and satisfaction. So you have to think, like, would you rather that cup of coconut water? Or would you rather chew like a nice juicy apple that has maybe the same amount of carbohydrates, but also has like 3 more grams of fiber that's going to help you use the bathroom? That's going to help you have good energy. And it can also help with your fullness. It can also, the benefits of fiber that they can help lower cholesterol. Like there's just a lot of amazing benefits to eating more fiber every day. So I always recommend eating whole fruits and not juices for these very reasons. What else? What other questions? Someone loves stir and stevia. My friend drinks a protein drink that has 30 grams of protein. Shakeology has half of that. What do you think of the protein drinks you can buy in the store? I much rather I have cauliflower cooking. I much rather have Shakeology than have another protein drink, because for me, Shakeology has just so much more to it. It has the added botanicals, it has probiotics. I also have spoken to the research development team at Shakeology, so I know how high quality those ingredients are. I'm also very excited to be having Shakeology while post-baby. You absolutely have to ask your doctor if you want to have Shakeology while breastfeeding. My doctor said it's fine, so that's what I'm doing, but you have to ask your doctor about you. But I find Shakeology, it just has biotin in it. It's good for hair growth, so I love it and drinking it. Okay, I gotta go. He's taking time for me. I'm glad that we covered drinks. I'm glad that you guys now kind of understand how I see them. Oh my God, is that Lisa Goldstein? Hi. I see Lisa Goldstein and I love you. Okay, bye guys. You're all amazing. So Melissa said she used unsweetened almond milk in your shake. What are your thoughts on that? My thoughts on adding unsweetened almond milk to your shake is that that's it's pretty innocent. I have unsweetened almond milk in my coffee. I have it throughout the day. It shouldn't be a problem. It's like I said, I like to keep drinks under 20 calories, sippable things. So I would maybe have half a cup of unsweetened almond milk, half a cup of water, see how that works. But again, if it's working for you and you're loving your Shakeology that way and you're losing weight that way, then that's what works for you. So you guys have to understand, I can never prescribe to you anything, because you always have to try it, track it, and see. We're all so different. I personally feel I eat, some of you post your plated dinners. I feel my dinners are sometimes bigger, but then I sometimes feel my lunches are smaller, and vice versa. We're all different. No two people doing the 2B mindset. There are over 100,000 people doing 2B mindset, and yet no two people's trackers should look the same. And when people tell me they've done the program for a week and they're only down 0.2 ounces, is that okay? Of course that's okay. It takes a learning curve to really understand and study your tracker and figure out what works best for you. So, if you say that you aren't losing weight, watch the plateau video, because I say in it, you can't stay the same weight. I've never seen any client or any tracker who had the exact same weight per ounce for more than 4 days. It's either always going up a little bit or it's going down a little bit. And that information is important to study. Was it 20 more ounces of water? Was it eating an earlier dinner? Was it sleeping more? Was it eating more veggies? Was it having more protein? Was it having less juice or added caloric beverages and more whole foods and more water? What is it? And you can't get frustrated. You're always learning. I'm now in weight loss mode. It's very different now than it was after having Olivia, or a year ago, or 5 years ago, or 10 years ago. We're always changing and evolving. My tastes change. There are new products on the market I want to try. Everything is different all the time. And you have to just constantly be open to learning and never get too cocky and never get frustrated, because there's always something you can learn from your tracker. Your bathroom habits, your stress, the times you're eating, how much you're eating. A lot of people say they follow Plate It exactly. That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't make any sense. You can't follow it exactly. There is no exact. For instance, I portioned out myself about half a cup of quinoa. I didn't finish it all. I didn't feel like I needed to finish it all. So I had like a couple of bites, and then I was like, you know what? I feel like I'm good. I don't need all of this. So I ended up having, like, I tracked like, you know, like a quarter cup, like about half of it. You know, some people might feel like they need 2/3 a cup of quinoa. Like, we're all different. So you have to be open to studying your tracker. You can't get frustrated. You can't get distracted. You have to just stay focused and make this worthwhile for you, because we're all on a different journey, and I'm on it with you. I love you guys so much. Shannon says she's having trouble looking at her tracker and figuring out what she needs to change. Any advice? Yes. Shannon, Nicole, and anyone, if you are studying your tracker and you can't figure out what to change, go to the video where I'm wearing glasses and a white shirt. A lot of people are calling it my labor video, because I was literally like, I gave birth to my son here like 5 hours later. And Shannon, Nicole, and everyone else, if you need help studying your tracker, there's a live video I posted in a white shirt wearing my glasses. And I talk about all the steps you should take to study your tracker for better weight loss. Okay. I love you guys so much. I'm glad we spoke about drinks today. Jalen said, does Shakeology affect your baby's bowel movements? I don't think so at all. My baby, thank God, is pooping nicely. Okay. I love you guys so much. I'll talk to you later, and I'm glad we got to cover what we covered.